finisher for this week is pretty much going to be the same as the finisher for every other week in that it has no name, so you can call it whatever you want. With this one, we're going to have Mason just do 2 sets of overhead presses as a strip set, and then the last part of this will be stripping into the rack. The key thing with this finisher, pretty much any finisher, is to keep the intensity or the load under 40 to 50%. So I'm going to ask him to use a more controlled tempo than what he would typically use for overhead press. That way we can keep the weight lighter. When a finisher movement, which is basically just for being done for fun or a pump or for conditioning purposes, you don't want to have to recover from it. It should be something that actually aids in your recovery. So by keeping the weight lighter, it makes it easier to recover from. So he'll start with 10 reps on a standard overhead press. Right down, and then we're going to strip a dime. On this one, slower the tempo a little bit. It's because the first 10 were a little too easy for what I'm looking for. Then we pull again. And what's important on this is to put as much pressure into the rack as possible and strip the paint on the way up. Strip harder, step forward a little more. There, good. Okay. Keep going, keep going, keep going. 5 more, push into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, bring it down, let it pause. Okay, now do 5 more, barely stripping the rack, but still against the rack. Go. 1, 2, 3, come on. 4, 5, good, bring it back down again. Now, keep your hands on the bar, same position, pull down on the bar as hard as you can. Now, up, go. 1, down again, pull down as hard as you can, up. 1 more. Down as hard as you can, up. Good. There. By flexing the lats on those last 3 reps, he was able to get 3 more reps than he could past failure because the lats were fatigued and weren't activating as they normally would to be able to stabilize. By pulling down, we can kind of wake those back up and get stabilization and get 3 more reps more than what he typically would get. That's it.